From our Portland Shriners Hospital camera right now, as you know, Multnomah County is in the extreme risk category for COVID-19 restrictions. So is Clackamas. But on Friday, both will be moving back down to high risk. This after a major announcement from the governor yesterday. The announcement really surprised a lot of people. Many thought Washington County was going to be moving into the extreme risk category as well.
And local businesses had the same concern. But tonight they're breathing a big sigh of relief because things won't be changing. Fox 12's Drew Marine spoke with one local restaurant owner about the news.
Right. The manager here at Ex Novo says they thought Washington County would move to extreme risk this week, but says he's relieved they're not, especially because that means they don't have to lay anybody off.
It absolutely feels like we dodged a bullet.
A sigh of relief from Ex Novo manager Sean Lewis after learning Washington County will remain in the high-risk category, especially after a long year of closing and reopening.
It's just a constant battle of figuring out your next step, or stepping back or stepping forward. We got a lot of people, are you closed for indoor dining? Are you guys open again?
Last Friday, 15 counties moved to extreme risk in an effort to curb hospitalizations in the state. That meant restaurants in counties like Multnomah were not allowed to have indoor dining, and restaurants in Washington County were worried they'd have the same fate this week.
Definite concern. We had a lot of people out last week who I think were trying to avoid restrictions in other places. So it was obviously a huge boon to us.
But only 5 days after counties moved to extreme risk, Brown announced no counties will be in extreme risk this Friday, which means Lewis can operate his restaurant under the same high-risk category.
Peace of mind is probably the number one thing that comes to my mind. To not have to, make that change and then plan to make the change back to being open again.
The high-risk category allows restaurants to have indoor dining with a maximum capacity of 25% or 50 people, whichever is smaller. Lewis says not only is he glad to keep indoor dining, but says he's relieved he doesn't have to lay off his staff.
To tell 4 or 5 staff members, hey, I don't have any shifts for you this week, have fun with unemployment, is always a challenge. It's happened a number of times this year. So, number one, that's huge. And then number two, as you can see with our outside seating, there's only a few tables. So keeping that revenue as the summer gets better, we all expected this to be our time to shine. So, it's huge.
Governor Brown's decision comes after the state saw a 14.9% increase in hospitalizations in the last 7 days, just missing the 15% threshold it would have taken to keep those 15 counties in the extreme risk. Reporting in Beaverton, Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.